Goodness gracious. Legion Angel. Now it's your chance, bro. There is a very much lethal strike. We could have Elspeth it for lethal too. 4 wins in a row in Mythic. Crushing it up the ladder. Hey everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch Hello Good Game. Welcome back. Today we're playing Naya Giants, getting ready for Kaldheim. Kaldheim has the introduction of so many new powerful giants. Recently, we looked at Rakdos midrange giants, which is incredibly oppressive within the current meta. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. Today, like I said, we're playing Naya Giants, so, still sticking with the giant archetype, getting ready for Kaldheim still. But we're playing with Naya colors, if you're unfamiliar. Those are the combination of red, white, and green within the deck. So it is a 3-color deck, and, it's very similar to the Rakdos version, but, we're shifting a little bit away from it. Instead of going, for all of this quick giant damage with residual effects and recursion, we go still with recursion in a different format, albeit, but now we're really focusing on ramping and controlling. So we go from a mid-range giant deck, which is the Rakdos version, now into a control-based giant deck. I'm hesitant to call this a control deck because there are so many creatures in it, but it plays exactly like one. So we're going to break down the deck in its entirety, talking about, the strategies, the synergies, how to play it effectively and efficiently, of course, all this. We do have a win rate of 7-1, 87% within today's video in Mythic, doing very, very well for ourselves. So I know you'll enjoy that. Of course, if you're not interested, you can jump right into the gameplay footage. I understand. I do just ask you if you do, or if you're here for the long haul, please like the video. It helps support the channel in more ways than I could ever convey. Every single thumbs up counts and helps expose me to a broader audience, and then, in turn, more views, more ad revenue, and a higher quality production for you guys, which is, what I want as a goal, of course. So, with that all being said, thanks for your time and attention. I appreciate each and every one of you, whether this is your first video or you've been here throughout my whole journey. Today, we are filming video number 812, you guys. 812 YouTube videos. This is a lot, all Magic the Gathering in the last year and 3/4. So we're looking to break 1,000 before our 2-year anniversary. Let's get into the deck. That's enough rambling. Okay, here we are. We can see our Giants in play, and 7 wins, 1 loss, 87% win rate within the ladder, losing to Ursa MTG, which is actually a newly branded Gallia R. The deck's great. It performs very, very well. I'm sure you could easily push this into the top 100 with how well it's performing. If you're in the lower ranks, give it a try. It's a finely tuned best of 1 deck. I know many of you who aren't playing at the highest levels are still playing best of 1 because it's, it's easier to get into, right? This is going to take you places. I guarantee you this takes you to Platinum or Diamond if you take the time to learn the play lines, learn how everything works, right? So let's do our best to help you accomplish that by breaking all of it down for you. Into our deck list, there's no 1-drops because, like I said, we're a mid-ranged control deck, and we start out with 4 copies of the Birth of Meletis, a saga, so it triggers when it enters play, and then on each of your following draw steps. First, search your library for a basic Plains card, reveal it, put it into your hand, then shuffle your library. On your next draw step, create a 0/4 colorless defender, and then finally, you gain 2 life and sacrifice the saga on the draw step after that. 3 copies of our Scorching Dragonfire at instant speed, dealing 3 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If it would die this turn, exile it instead, so we can actually shut down a lot of really cool things. There's a lot of recursion within the current meta, whether that be Lurrus, for the most part Lurrus, and then you can maybe even stop something like the Solemn Simulacrum's draw. So you can stop death effects because exile's not death, and just maybe hoping to stop some of the recursion. So both, it's great to take out Lurrus, and it's also great to take out the things that Lurrus wants to replay as well. So Scorching Dragonfire is just a little bit of removal in the deck that's nice at instant speed. We've got 3 copies of our Mazemind Tome, an artifact in which we can tap to add a page counter to it, scrying 1. We can also pay 2 to tap it to draw a card while we add a page counter. Whenever there's 4 more page counters on it, exile it. When you do, you gain 4 life. Great. Into our last 2-drop here, we do have Stomp at instant speed as the adventure on Bonecrusher Giant. Damage can't be prevented this turn. Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. And then, of course, a 4/3 that whenever it becomes the target of a spell, it will deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. And again, this is our first giant within the deck. So, you know, it kind of doubles down as control a little bit. It's like an expensive shock that has a body. 2 copies of our Storm's Wrath at sorcerer speed, dealing 4 damage to each creature and each planeswalker, just helping us clean up the field. There's so many aggro decks in Best of 1 that, you know, it's really nice to be able to just kind of reset the field on turn 4. 4 copies of our Solemn Simulacrum. This is a 2/2, and when it enters the battlefield, you get to search your library for a basic land card, put it into the battlefield tapped, then shuffle, and when it dies, we get to draw a card. So we're mentioning how it can be beneficial to, you know, exile with the Dragonfire, something like a Simulacrum, not only, you know, the recursion cards like Luris. So, you know, there's different needs for exile at different times, and of course, you can hit a Planeswalker or something with this as well, because maybe they've got something like Elspeth Conquers Death. Another Saga, so when it enters, exile target permanent and opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. Next up, non-creature spells your opponent casts cost 2 more to cast until your next turn. And then finally, return target creature or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter or a loyalty counter on it. So, you know, maybe we kill their planeswalkers because we think they've got recursion on it back from the grave with something like Elspeth Conquers Death. Who knows, right? It really depends on those matches. A single copy of the Ox of Agonas. Whenever it enters the battlefield, discard your hand, then draw 3 cards, escape for 2, plus exiling 8 other cards from our graveyard. The Ox of Agonas escapes with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. So, you know, just a little late game draw to get us going again. Mill meta means it's probably going to end up in the graveyard, and we can cast it for a reduced cost, which is quite nice. Now we can see where these spells come from here, or our mana curve, because we are sitting at a very heavy 4.6. So, you know, a clear indication that we are playing a heavy mid-range deck or control deck at that converted mana cost average. For 7, we have a 7/7 with Vigilance within Realm-Cloaked Giant. It has cast off for 5 at sorcery speed to destroy all non-giant creatures. You know, when we have a giant-based deck, our creatures get to survive. We wipe theirs, we can still smash in. This is going to become very powerful. 4 copies of Emeria's Call at sorcery speed for 7. To create 2 4/4 White Angel Warrior creature tokens with flying, and non-angel creatures we control gain indestructible until our next turn. So that's really quite nice as well. Also, it can come in tapped or pay 3 life for a planes to have it come in untapped. 4 copies of our Beanstalk Giant. This creature's power and toughness is equal to the number of lands we have and control. And then Fertile Footsteps for 3 at sorcery speed to search our library for a basic land card, putting it into the battlefield, and then shuffling our library. It comes in untapped as well, so that's quite nice. Finally, 2 copies of Ugin the Spirit Dragon. 7 loyalty, plus 2/3 damage to any target, -X, exiling each permanent with converted mana cost X or less, that's 1 or more colors, so everything other than colorless. And -10, you gain 7 life, draw 7 cards, then put 7 permanent cards from your hand into the battlefield, which is actually very, very good with this deck if you can get to Ugin's ult. We've got some land, a Fabled Passage, a Crawling Barrens, Branchloft Pathways, Needleverge Pathways, Crown Pathways, and forests and mountains and plains, right? Who cares? Land, right? It's just, you'll get from the deck list. I'm sure you don't care too much about that. You know, the 3-color decks are a little bit tricky to balance land-wise, but I think we've got it, you know, dialed right in. I may flirt with adding something, you know, like the Shatterskull Smashing, because you'll notice in our matches we have a lot of land available because the ramp is very effective here. Like, we are playing land every turn or playing 2 a turn. Fertile Footsteps allows for 2 a turn. The Simulacrum allows for 2 a turn. You know, the Birth of Maletis is adding consistency. The Tome adds consistency, stuff like this. So, you know, the land is there, and we play basically every land in our deck every match. So, you know, I think Shatterskull Smashing should maybe make an appearance. It's just going to be a question of where to fit it, right? Because we already only have 2 mountains. So I think we're going to be doing some land readjustment, and, you know, super duper excited for, you know, these pathways to come out. Even though we do have all of ours kind of covered here, it's still going to just become more friendly in general. So that's the deck list, you guys. You know, as far as your strategies and synergies go, play like a control deck that has the ability to mid-range your opponents out. You get your Tome in play first, you get your Maletis in play first, you set up, right? Then you try to go for your Simulacrum. Keep setting up. If there's too many threats and you need to deal with them, or they're going to deal with you, then you address them, right? So don't be proactive, kind of wait and be reactive, right? Let them fold out 3, 4, 5 creatures into play before you use your Wrath, before you start wiping things in general. And then you're getting more value out of your cards, which is really nice. And, you know, of course, you are basically just ramping into Ugin at the end of the day with a massive amount of support. So, you know, you can ramp while playing Giants, you know, wipe all of your opponent's creatures, keep your Giants, you know, and then still play Ugin. So it's broken. And this is why we have such a high win rate within, you know, the highest of rankings within the game, playing from 750 all the way up to 500 today. So, you know, a nice little climb. And like I said, we're just trying to say top 1,000 for the month as a goal every single month for the new year. So again, thank you guys for your time and attention. I hope you learned a little bit on how to play this deck effectively and efficiently. We're going to watch our gameplay footage now and break down the play lines real time with you guys so you can really get an in-depth grasp on just how it looks while it's operating with said theory. Thanks for your support. You can support by liking the video and even financially by becoming a YouTube member. We also have Patreon and Twitch as well. So take care, and we'll see you after the gameplay footage with our wrap-up thoughts. I swear, this guy is stalking us content creators. They won't leave us alone. Opponent goes first. Hello, good game. You know, for disliking Wizards so much, they certainly play the game a lot. You know what I mean, you guys? They certainly seem to be here quite often. Starting slow. Tome will passage on 4. Simulacrum as well. You're out to get us. It's going to be the same deck. Let's think forward. Let's take a red source here for the Giants. Self, Mill, Yorion, Archon of Sun's Grace, right? I mean, at least we know what they're playing, whereas we're playing new decks every day. They have no idea what we're playing, right? What did we beat them with the other day? It was Grixis Control or Mono White. More land is great because Ugin, LOL. They've got Elspeth Conquers Death, which sucks, but so do we. So it's always best to be the second Elspeth played, in my opinion, right? Because then that third trigger doesn't go off. Let's just get a body in play. Unless we have 2 Bonecrusher Giants to get a, you know, an Archon, we're not really doing much. Lots of omens to be bouncing. Banishing Light's an enchantment, so it's already in play. It's not targeting us as a spell. It's targeting us as an enchantment. But that's great, because now when we wipe, we're actually going to get that Giant back. Again, land, land, land. Land, land, land. Never miss a land drop. Never miss a land drop. Let's spin our library here. We'll take a second white source. Simulacrum for a second green source. Actually, we should probably just take a third white source for the call. We have red in hand. Yeah, let's just double down on those planes, right? Getting ready for Kaldheim. That is the theme of kind of this month, right? We know that Giants are going to be very, very strong. And, you know, we experimented with the Rakdos Giants. Seemed very promising, you know. It's a tough deck to beat. And I think this works out just as good, in my opinion. Maybe even a little bit better. We're on 5, 6, 7, 8. We don't need the 9th. It could have counter magic. Let's take our hit. Let's take a draw. 4 life to 24. They're self-milling, so again, the life's not really an issue. And a second Ugin off the top is pretty decent. Apparition takes the Simulacrum. Sure, we don't get the draw. Not like we need it. Just need 2 more turns. They're at 38. Yorion bounce time gets scary here, right? Like... we may as well save this in case there does get an Archon played somehow that we can't deal with. Taking the 2. Nice. Alright, let's all take a quick nap while Yorion resolves itself. I wonder if they Banishing Light the, yeah, they do, nice. That makes sense, because now, we don't get anything back, because you can't get a token back from exile. As it doesn't exist. It's no soul! It can't go to exile. Or it has soul, but no body. Either way, you need both, right? You gotta have, both of those things. So this is fun. They have not enough magic spells to counter us. More Emir's Call. -5. With the scoop! Maybe not. Yaz. 3/3 on field to defend. And we have another Uganos if things go stray again. We were thinking about the Elspeth Conquers Death, right? That's kind of what we thought. But we got the exile, so... holy Evolving Wilds! Crazy, bro! Yaz. Just so much land in play. Literally, just... flooding the field with these land. We do have field presence as well, so we get a hit in. I'm gonna let this resolve, I guess. There's nothing for them to take. They shatter, we get a draw, that's great. They're at 32. Looking for our own Elspeth Conquers Deaths, right? I don't doubt they have more shatters. Right, the Angels don't have Indestructible. We do get the draw. I was kind of hoping they didn't have a shatter and we could pull out another Yorion or something to block it, right? We have a Plains? Yeah, this is our last one. We want to play Ugin, but not really into anything, right? We want it to go to the grave so we can pull it back, but if they have an Elspeth, it goes to exile, and that hurts us. We're going to be relying on our Ox, relying on these 4 Beanstalk Giants to hit hard, and our Realm-Cloaked Giant. Where's the Giants at, man? Ooh, Crawling Barrens helps. Look at all this land. And it doesn't have Summoning Sickness, and they're fully tapped. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! Oh, it does. No, it does not. It does. Only as a creature, though. Let's just hold Ugin forever. I thought maybe it'd be like an artifact that wouldn't have summoning sickness that we brought into play, right? Because you can tap artifacts immediately. Okay, so Banishing Light is good news for us. Unless they flash it with the Yorion here. They do. Okay, interesting. Funny, funny. They're at 21-20 already, so we're, you know, not moving fast enough. We've 8 mana, so we could only pump it to 4. Maybe we can get an Elspeth Conquers Death gone here. There's more Banishing Lights too, though, right? It's hard to play this Ugin. Okay, there it is. -5. We nuke their field. Oh, the walls are colorless. That's always fun.
Return to the essence of the multiverse.
Let's hit a wall. They're at 19, 3 cards in hand. One's a Plains. Do they have another ECD here? No.
Ignore draconic talents.
It's a big hit. Barrens MVP, baby. They're drawing for it. They have lots of land for an ECD. Banishing Light does it too. Birth of Maltese, isn't it? Another Birth of Maltese. So they're looking for defenders in life. Skyclave doesn't hit us. I think we have lethal, don't we?
My flames burn beyond perception.
Take our swing. Crawling Barrens is so good. Yeah, 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 yeah! Going first. Birth gets our 3rd land. So that's not so bad. Mono white. Oh no. Oh, Mardu Knights, Orzhov Knights. Could be Boros Knights even, right? What a wacky world. Get that defender in play as soon as possible. 0-4. We're almost out of planes already. These other Birth of Maltese, Melitus, pardon me, they're gonna be useless, right? So well, not useless, but they're not pulling a land. Worthy Knight is good. We need a red source off the top. We don't get it, of course. That's straight up hurtful. Let's see if we can find it. Nope. Frightening. So they're gonna go wide, and now, you know, we're just probably gonna build into our Realm-Cloaked Giant because we're not finding answers right away for these things. They're going big, huge in a hurry. 3 damage, down to 15. Life within the tome, life within Malefice here. Looking for that land. There it is. Let's not miss our drops. We're not playing anything for 4 anyways. Enters tapped. Home and play. Nice. Big hit here. They could even Ember Cleave us, right? We are playing Naya, which is the color combination of white, red, and green. Sometimes a common question. It appears our opponent is playing Mardu. They've got the Savai Triome in play for black. Maul in play on the Worthy Knight or on the 1/1 token. I don't know. Not on the Venerable Knight. That should be used to defend because when it dies, it gets that 1/1 token. Getting a nice block in here. Mine's up on our cat bed. A little distracting. Down to 12. Our land here. It is the red source, and it is our 5th. And I don't think we have much of a choice here. Gotcha! What a sick animation that is, right? And actually, because we're down to 9 already, let's force the Scry here first. The Beanstalk Giant. Well, it's not bad. I mean, it's it helps us ramp and, you know, it does get in the way as well. Maya's giving me googly eyes. Stormfist Crusader. Okay. Let's pick that up immediately. Fertile Footsteps in play. Let's grab a second red source. Our other land is a go, and heck. Let's scry over here. That's great. And let's pick it up. Keeping ourselves from drawing a land. We're ready to play all of our giants, basically. They're not getting their own land drops, which is essential for our victories. So let's Bonecrusher in defensively, and then we're gonna Elspeth the Maul, so they can't equip it. And then we scry. We could be doing this, you know, later on. The Emeria's Call is amazing. We just draw that. If they still didn't pull their 4th land after the Stormfist double draw, I'm gonna feel pretty sad. There it is, they've got it. They did it. Inspiring Veteran, 3/3 with Menace. We can't block it. We cannot block it. We're down to 9. We're down to 9. Got nothing to grab. We just need to flood with giants. Or angels. Giants and angels, it doesn't matter. We have 9 land. This is a necessity here. Let's take that. Down to 7. Vigilance, attacking and defending. So let's get that in play. Taking our scry. We know they've got no mill or nothing like that, so it's fine to do off cue. It does annihilate them. It kills our bone deck. We'll maybe lose him in this interaction here. I don't know. No attacks. We need to defend. If they get removal on our Bonecrusher, that would be sad. But then we just pull from the grave, which is not that bad either. So doing our best here. Second Stormfist. You know, hope they are big fans of the storm. And they might kill the Bonecrusher Giant, which again is relatively good for us. At least then we're getting value from ECD. Yeah, they're gonna kill the Giants. The Realm-Cloaked. I guess they're all Giants, right? Kill them both. So smart. Let's get the big boy back in play. It's an 8/8 now. And she can deal with the storm. We have no more planes? I don't think so. That's not gonna work. I mean, we could play it for the life gain still. Let's pick up a draw here. We also get 4 life, back up to 12. Interesting. The plot thickens. We'll just slice in these 4/4 angels turn after turn here, I think. If we can give the Realm-Cloak indestructible, you know, then the Death Touch won't kill it. That they could still have through Black Lance Paragon still. Interesting. That is a move. That is a move for sure. And they have another knight too. Super awkward. That 0/4 is going to save our butts. Ten. I believe in you. So we have to be attacking. But we'll have defenders within the angels, right? Our attacks will be indestructible, which is nice. Are you serious? Oh no. Luckily it's only a 5/5 for them, but still. Ouch. So awkward. Give our poor little guy indestructible. Right? So the attack will not matter. They get to freely block it. It deals damage to itself, though. That's the awkward part here. We don't have enough to pay to get Elspeth in play. Oh, it still has indestructible until our next turn. Yes! The perfect counter. Or their perfect counter. Emeria's call. Saving the day. I forgot that it was indestructible until our next turn. That's so good. That's the perfect sideboard play against the Archon War. Like, in so many ways. kind of want our giant back. Oh, nice. Lance. Paragon. Pesky little bugger. We have to attack this turn though, right? It's the exact same thing. But the angel will kill itself. Alright, switch play. Right, because the angel won't get indestructible. And we don't want it to kill itself. Let's just try to get ahead of them a bit. The Dragonfire is actually surprisingly good. We are wide open to an attack though, is the thing. We can grab our Realm-Cloaked back from the grave, which is pretty good. And they've done a very good job at, like, staying in this match. Like, very, very good. We're at 14. They hit for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're looking for a wipe again, basically. Down to what, 6? Ugh! Uh-oh. That is the best thing we could have ever asked for. Everything smash. Stormfish Crusader obviously needs to block the 10-10. Oh, they got a little 1-1. I didn't see that. I guess we show smash and then attacked. Taking our 14 damage. I'm being greedy. I'm being so greedy. I wanted to get the angel damage, but you know, we should focus on the majority of the damage instead. But it's fine. That's not okay. We have removal. We also have a draw. Plus, we're grabbing a giant from the grave. Good game. Kaldheim Giants are going to be a serious problem, in my opinion. Alright, our opponent's going first here. Not good. Hand would be fine if we had a plains. Unfortunately, we don't, and we cannot afford to get held up on that at all, so... This is leaps and bounds better. We'll toss a call. Right, it's better to draw later on in the game. Oh no. Straight aggro. We need a wipe. We need a Shatter. We need a Storm's Wrath. We're not even running Shatter. I don't know why I say that. We're running Realm-Cloaked Giant instead. One more expensive, but they don't get the draw, which is nice. Hit for 1, which is nice. They're going slow. Can we get removal? Nice. So sick. So sick. Get rid of the dog, right? We need the dog in the grave, and then we need to pour more removal for Lurrus. It's just... Selfless Savior is so good. Wow. Okay, they're in the air, hitting us for 5. 3-turn timer. Even our Storm's Wrath doesn't save us. We just need that Realm-Cloaked Giant off the top. Or get to 8 now, but we won't. We have 4 more turns to play. We're dead on the turn after next. We're probably dead next turn, in all honesty. Yeah. So, that's game. Oh, it's not! It's not! Top Deck City! Down to 2 cards in hand. Can we get to Ugin? I think we can, I think we can, I think we can, I think we can, I think we can. We must have more lands to play. What, you guys aren't running contentcreator.exe underneath your game client for perfect alt decks, bro? I thought everybody did that. We need more removal because the Skyclave is just in the air immediately. More lands. Just looking for instant speed removal. Something good. We're being so terrible with this tome. Just playing it out of sequence. This is our 8th land, though, you guys. And that's a lot of fun for me. They could have an answer for it, so I kind of just am gonna do my thing. Alright, Bash Town initiated. Here for 4. Vigilance in play. Take our scry, and we shouldn't. Ooh, removal, perfect. They have no haste, we have defenders. They need to play something, then they need to equip it, and then they need to attack while we have it. Giant's gone. Okay. That's fine. It's better than taking our Ugin, right? That's why I kind of like to play a little bait beforehand, see if they jump on anything. I guess we need another green source. Let's just keep throwing stuff out there for them. Sure. Now we hold a draw plus removal. Luris is dead on the spot, baby. Ooh, a Luminous Broodmoth is not, though. Take our draw. Put that through. We have enough land. Almost. No, we do. Oh, no, we don't, because they're equipping. We can just Ugin minus. And, you know, that's that. Or... oh, goodness gracious. Or... I forgot we're still running that program I was talking about. Just jokes, of course, you guys. Is there any more basic land? Of course there is. There's always more land for giants. Giants love land, you guys. Shouldn't be news. Giants eat land for breakfast. This is still a match somehow. Nothing for Elspeth Conqueror's Death to take back, so we do want to lose something. We have a draw. We have 4 more life up to 16. Vanishing Lights on what I can only assume is our Elspeth Conqueror's Death. Take the Giant. Interesting. Let's draw a card. Down to 37. Still lots of firepower left. We have 1 more planes we could draw with Melitus. We have a hand refiller. Now that's fun. Ugin in play. We can -3, which is a lot of fun for me. We don't lose anything. We get all of our goodies back, right? And that's, like aforementioned, quite a bit of fun. Again. Yeah. All right, 3 wins in a row. Naya Giants, like I said, are going to be very troublesome in the new Kaldheim meta. This deck is only getting stronger, you guys. They go first. You know my opinions. The hand looks nice, though, right? We can Solemn Simulacrum for the Storm's Wrath. Mono white, gross. Grody, bro! To protect and entertain, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no! They've got no mana to protect it, though, which is delightful for us. I'm still going to take care of it right now. We still have land to drop, so we're not really missing out on anything. Let's just deal with this while it can be dealt with. You know what I mean? Still building into our wrath. We get a defender. We need a green source for Fertile Footsteps to help us ramp. We already have one red source, so our first Solemn Simulacrum still be a red source, but the second one can be a green source. Almost played the wrong card there. Red source, like we talked about. Play Linden. Ooh, they take our Simulacrum. Oh, they take the 0/4 Defender? What? What? Let me hit you. I want to take you down from 27. Huh. Maybe we should save it. Let's just keep ramping. We have the red source. We need another... No, we'll have that. Don't ever take planes with Beanstalk because the Birth of Meletis will take it. Pro tip. We're at 7 land. This takes us to 8. It's so easy to ramp with Giants. Like, hey, just go. Giants love land. This has been the theme of the whole thing. Yeah, I think we're going to sit on Storm's Wrath. The double draw off the Simulacrum. Like, we get another turn out of them. I'd love to hit Aluris or, like, a bunch more things. Linden would be cool. You know, still not getting a ton of value. Huh. They are playing it pretty smart. Clean it up. There it is, our next wipe. Perfect. So we can both grab another land to play. We drop one this turn? No. Perfect, and then Tome's in play as well. We look for even more removal. Feeling pretty good here. We have 9 land. Our opponent just plays their 4th. Right? Legion Angel's really nice because it replenishes itself. Taking our scry. That's their whole turn. There it is. There's our boy. So we will Ugin minus on everything and then Scorching Dragonfire to protect. Should just win in the scoop here. -4.
The axiomatic structure of reality is surprisingly flexible.
Getting rid of that Skyclave as well.
You are too dangerous.
Perfect.
To roam free.
And now Ugin, because obviously the Angel comes in with Summoning Sickness, Ugin can just plus on the Angel every turn. Right? Legion Angel is really, really good. But unfortunately, you know, this is a much larger threatening Legion Angel. You know, the dragon evolution of it. Yeah. They need to get rid of Ugin. There needs to be an exile on him. Whether it be a 5th land. Oh, Luridu. Into what? Do a speaker? I mean... I'm not entirely sure what their thought process was there, but... It's better than just playing the Angel into death every turn. Because they had to bank on us having double removal. We could have just -3 there again, I'm pretty sure as well. LOL. And it is time to shine for our Crawling Barrens. Take a hit for 2. We also have a draw. Just get it out of the way. Land. Did we play that this turn? Yes. I can't believe we still have more land in our deck. Right? How is there even more land in here? Uganos! I won't forget you! Always remember you!
No wish to stay.
More land, that's just great. We're gonna have to start scrying on our upkeep, I guess. Alright. It's a big old bean daddy in play. Let's just go ahead and draw a card. Grab 4 life. Back up to 20. These giants are just walking through these other decks. Like, I'm not... Well, I guess I've been playing Magic for a long time, but I personally don't think I'm a world star player. Like, I view most other players above me, which is probably just a mental thing I need to work on personally, but this deck is working very well. Like, look at the hand. We have every option. We have more land than we could ever ask for. It's just like, it's doggone goofy, you guys. Like, this is like some spacebar smasher stuff here. Right? Down to 7. 2 copies of Emeria's Call, a Realm-Cloaked Giant, and Elspeth conquers death. Like, goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Legion Angel. Now it's your chance, bro. There is a very much lethal strike. We could have Elspethed it for lethal too. 4 wins in a row in Mythic. Rushing it up the ladder. You know, say what you will about win rate, but woof. Alright, you guys. I think we're getting sniped here a little bit today. Ursa MTG is actually Gallia R. Changed their name. They're coming after us. They're in chat. They say they're not doing it, but, you know, a suspect. No, just kidding. We have to mulligan. This looks better. And then we toss the card we can't play, which is the card we need most. Most awkwardly. That's so sad. Because, you know, the last couple decks we've seen them run are aggro-based, right? So let's see where they get to. They are in radio mode, they're letting us know. So we don't want to call our plays out too much for you guys. We'll discuss them after. So, you know, getting this into play so we don't have to pay life for it. They're back into their mono-white shenanigans, I'm feeling. And remember that card that we shouldn't have tossed that we did? It hurts. It hurts! We should have kept it and just tried to rely on the land drop, but we didn't want to risk it, so that's okay. We still have lots of removal in the deck. Lots of removal. They're going pretty quick. We're on that Luminarch clock again. You know what we're looking for? It's not that, but it's gonna be out of control. Yeah. We're gonna be okay. I mean, protection helps quite a bit for them, right? So it definitely has to be that particular answer. It won't be that. Well, we can still take the axe, right? We're so dead, though, so quick. If they have another Skyclave, they've got lethal. Right? Which is a little aggressive. Not quite, because we gained life. That's helpful. We basically have to top deck it. We have 2 scries to do. Right? We have 2 scries to make it work. Take 1 now. not it. It's good, but it's not it. And we've got our stop set. We're at 11. You know, they can go to 7, 8, 9. Casket takes the Simulacrum. No, they take the 0-4. Awkward. A little bit of oopsie whoopsie there. It appears. Misclick. 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 We need more life. We need removal right off the top. We move to our upkeep. We scry. Then we draw. Not it. How? We take them all. It loses flying. And maybe there's a world in which we block and we stabilize. We're close. We're real close. But all it takes is an exile on the Simulacrum. It's a good game. Ay, caramba. We're going first. We need redemption. We've got 3 land. 3 of the right land as well. So we can't complain about that. 1 of each. We've got removal. We've got a little bit of ramp. A little bit more removal. Dimir. Control, though. So this is going to be awkward for us. A little bit of a different matchup. We know we can, you know, beat some of the aggro decks. Sometimes. Let's just hold up our Dragonfire for now. We can play this whenever. Cat's turn. I'm not sure this Dragonfire is going to do much. Let's try to play a Realm-Cloaked Giant before other shenanigans if we can. We're in counterspell territory. It hits. We get the land drop. Nice. Second red source. They're running extinction events and stuff. Foam and play. That's good. Tempted to play the Giants. Right? We probably should have played the Giant there. Stomped and then played it. We hold 5 damage, though, to a Planeswalker. Potentially 9. Take the hit. Take the attack. Land in play, Giant in play. I think we missed out on port damage, but who can say? They're taking the draw. We're in a good place to wipe Planeswalkers. They need to... Okay, they're taking damage for that. That's okay. Right, that Heartless Act is really good against us. Elspeth can come into play now, I guess, if we wanted. Let's just go Giant crazy about it. Now they're basically forced into removal. Extinction Event is still awkward because we got even and odd in play. We have close to lethal on board, but I'm sure there's something, right? Their own Simulacrum, which we can roast. Hopefully they're not counting that to block our Giant. 2 mana still. If it gets countered, we can recast it. Let's Elspeth it, actually. They can counter it. They do. It's a good counter. It's a good negate. Fortunately for us, we have layers of protection. We should have used Scorching Dragonfire, kept our Bonecrusher Giant, and did Bonecrusher for lethal. That's my mistake. That's on me. We are missing out on a guaranteed win here, potentially. Because we didn't use Dragonfire, we used Bonecrusher Giant. And this would have exiled it, so no draw as well. That is a massive misplay. I'm so sorry. I try to play the adventures first so I can get them in as the creatures. Ugano, come to me. I need your plus ability. Or another Giant. Extinction Event hits on... Well, we get the 0-4. They should have done the event first. That seems awkward to me. Confusing. That's okay. Maybe we're both making a little bit of oopsie-whoopsies here. We've got 2 land up, 4 life within the tome. So they can't target this, which is pretty cool. We're down to 5. It should have been lethal. My bad. Actually, no, it wouldn't have been lethal because they gained low life here. It would have been close. Right? They would have been at 3. My bad. We're getting excited. We're just like, we're going to beat them here, right? That's what my thought process was. It's so easy to get ahead of yourself when you're winning. I don't know what they'll take. Storm's Wrath or Dragonfire? They can't take the Giant. They have to take a Dragonfire, I think. That's the best answer. Technically, I think we would have had lethal because I'm pretty sure that the sack goes on the stack. Or does it get sacked and then the ability's on the stack while the thing is already sacrificed? It depends on where that gets stacked within the sequencing when it gets that 4th counter. Like, does it go to 4 counters, the ability triggers, then it stacks itself? Or does it go to 4 counters, the ability triggers, the ability resolves, and then it stacks itself? Or stacks itself. Interesting. They're taking 2. Crawling Giant. Home and play. Ugin off the top. Ugin off the top. 4 land in play. They're doing their best, right? A couple little slips here, right? We should have had that Giant in play earlier. And, yeah. We should have birthed and then done it, but the birth is no good for us. 41. Frustrating. This is all on our turn as well. They should have omened first and then tomed, in my opinion. It's always funny how, you know, you're so observative and can point out the misplays of other people while they're playing, but when you're in the driver's seat, it's like, you go straight tunnel vision, right? Yeah, so we played the Giant later than we should have, and we gave them a draw, didn't Dragonfire when we should have, so we missed out on, you know, enough damage that I think it would have been the win, so this makes me sad. They're definitely looking for an answer. It appears like maybe they don't have one, is the thing. There's no reason to be scrying like that. But then are they going to have enough mana to cast it after paying for the draw? Yeah, probably. They could kick a Bloodchief's Thirst, for example. Nice. I think they get it. Yeah, definitely. Good on them. Our only play. Scorching Dragonfire's online. We have a Giant to grab as long as they don't, you know, exile our grave again. But ours will trigger before theirs does. They could have a Cling, though, as well. Something a little bit more expedited. Scrying for answers. To the bottom, that's good news. More life within the tome, basically. Where's our Crawling Barrens? Okay, so... yeah, get out of here. Maybe we can pull out a counterspell here? That might be alright. Because we can still deal with it. Interesting. They really want the draw off of it. There it is. It should not be a land. Like, it shouldn't have Summoning Sickness because it's a land. In my opinion. It's kind of awkward that it does come in with it. If you choose to push it out your first turn. We're grabbing our Giant back. And we're Storm's Wrathing. Plus we have are you serious? They can't mine us. They definitely can't mine us. But they can't plus either. Interesting. They have a counterspell. That's why they feel confident to do that. Right? But don't we just have lethal here? Yeah, right? We just wrath them out, and then we Barrens in. A couple mistakes were made, but again, you know, we persevered, we pushed through, and we got yet another win. You know, just crushing it through Mythic. So, Naya Giants is very much to be respected. All right, wrap-up thoughts. Deck performed magically. It's so good. I want to add Shatterskull Smashing to it. I'm really looking forward to the new cards that Kaldheim is bringing into the deck. Let me know what you guys are most interested in incorporating within this deck that's new within Kaldheim, because, you know, I think the Giants are going to be very powerful, and I'm liking the fact that we've got multiple flavors as well. It's not just Dimir Rogues. It's going to be, you know, Rakdos Giants. It's going to be Naya Giants. It's going to be Gruul Giants. So I'm super duper excited to see where these decks take us. And, you know, fortunately for us, we've got enough Giants to experiment with right now. There's not enough Angels in Standard to be, you know, getting things ready. But, you know, as soon as these cards come out, we're going to get on that bandwagon. We're going to check out all of these different tribal decks to see which one's best. But for now, under my humble opinion, Naya Giants is bringing some Kaldheim hype. Again, 87% win rate, 7-1 in Mythic. If you want to support the channel financially, please become a YouTube member. Come on Twitch, drop a prime on us or something, and then, you know, we're even on Patreon as well. So without further ado, I'll leave you to the rest of your day. Maybe enjoy another video. Thank you so much again.